What up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and I'm back with another edition of LA Sports Live. As you guys come to the video, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found a brother, go ahead and subscribe. And while you at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when I drop new videos here on YouTube, guys. Um, you guys saw earlier. And yesterday didn't work out too good, but earlier today we had, um, some different. We were running a little bit different type of video, different type of live stream this morning. Um, I know I was hell of a late to the party, but I just decided to do it on a whim. This Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial's been going on for a few weeks, been pretty popular, so I decided to jump on that. But the defense, Amber Heard, they actually rested today. But Johnny, um, he has some time, still has some time left tomorrow. So, internet signal permitting, we will cover it again tomorrow. Like I said, internet signal. Um, if the internet signal wants to act right where I'm at work, we'll go ahead and cover it tomorrow. If not, maybe jump back on it next week or wherever. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some different things with the channel. The channel will be totally different come next Lakers season. But in between now and then, we'll be doing different stuff. Contemplating changing the name of the channel. I'm not for sure. Um, Not for sure on that, but I am contemplating on changing the name of the channel to reflect um, the different content that we'll be putting up. Um, hey man, we got it's 2022. We got to make the channel pop. You know what I'm saying? The days of just sitting up on here on YouTube and making minimal money, at least for me, those days are over. And I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to make money. So, um, doing it for fun, that was cool. But I feel like there's a lot of money to be made here on YouTube. So I'm going to go in the direction more of you know, YouTube is entertainment, and I'm gonna go more in the direction of what the people want and what the people are asking for. So when you guys see different types uh, of content pop up on the channel, please support it, man, because it's just it's just the way it is. Nothing stays the same forever, and I just kind of was thinking that it's just time to move in a different direction. To, try some other stuff and to see what works, see what sticks. So you guys make sure you look out for that. But anyway, let's get straight to it. You guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. Let's get straight to it. As a Laker fan, I'm really getting kind of irritated about, look, right when the season was over, and right when the season was over, told you guys that there was going to be a lot of stories in the news involving the Lakers, and a good portion of them were going to be not true. A lot of stories are going to be fake, because you're going to have a lot of writers and media hacks. They're just going to be coming up with stories, any kind of story involving LeBron James and the LA Lakers, and to get clicks on their stories. That's just the bottom line. That's been happening for years. Uh, it kind of took a jump to another level once LeBron James joined the LA Lakers. Um, but nevertheless, this kind of stuff has been going on for years. But like I said, it did take a big jump once LeBron James joined the Lakers, and that's just the way it is. There's certain things that come with LeBron James joining the Lakers, and a lot of media coverage, good, bad, or indifferent, comes along with that. So we see this story, you know, look, right when the season started, I think the very first story that came out is, of course, Frank Vogel got fired. And then we heard Mark Stein come out saying that Nick Nurse was one of the coaches the Lakers were interested in. Shortly thereafter, names like Doc Rivers came up. The Utah coach, his name came up, and the usual suspects. Fast forward to you know a few weeks ago, the Lakers start their head coaching search, and now they're on the second or third round of interviews. They're actually having in-person interviews. It was reported they've already interviewed Terry Stotts. Terry Stotts was the first uh, interview in person because, as you guys know, the first round of interviews were on Zoom. Um, the finalists were announced as far as people moving on to the next round. That included Stotts, Kenny Atkinson, and Darvin Ham. But anyhow, this dumbass story about the Lakers being interested in Doc Rivers, it just keeps hanging around and floating around. When the story originally popped up, of course, Doc, who's the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, the 76ers were still in the playoffs. Of course, they were still in the playoffs. Fast forward to now, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers have been eliminated. Um, Doc was immediately asked about his future in Philly. He expressed that he wasn't sure, but he wanted to stay in Philly, and that he was going to meet with the management there in Philly. And after they met, both sides agreed that they were going to continue forward. And the 76ers, along with Doc Rivers, they're already planning for next season. So clearly, Doc is not going anywhere. I repeat, Doc has been stated several times by Doc and the 76ers, the management and the ownership, that he's not going anywhere. But the people, the dumbasses in the media, keep insisting, even though the Lakers have been going through their interviews, they're on to the second round of interviews, and they're probably going to name a coach. I think it will be within the next 7 days. I think it will be a lot sooner than that, but I would just say at the very latest, it will be the next 7 days. I think they'll name a coach before the first. Anyway, the first of the month. Anyway, but this damn stupid ass story by these dumb stupid ass media members about Doc Rivers, the Lakers, it's just crap. Okay, it's just made up crap. Oh, the Lakers, they're fighting each other. They can't make up their mind. Do they want Terry Stotts so they can bring Dame Dollar to the Lakers, or do they want Darvin Ham so they can have a fresh young coach who they can mold? But what they really want is a championship pedigree coach like Doc Rivers to take over the Lakers. Never mind the fact that he's still currently employed by the Philadelphia 76ers. Never mind the fact that he said he wants to return. And never mind the fact that the front office and the ownership of the 76ers have already said repeatedly that Doc is going to remain with the 76ers. These dumbasses in the media keep wanting to link Doc Rivers to the Lakers. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. It just goes back to what as Laker fans we know. We're the talk of the town. We're the talk of the NBA. Things have been kind of quiet. The playoffs are going. Uh, the conference finals are going. Then soon we'll have the finals, and then we'll have the draft and all that good stuff. And then the rumors are gonna kick up again. But guys, don't feed in. Okay, don't feed into these dumbass rumors. It just doesn't even make any sense. The Lakers are actively looking for a coach. They're actively conducting multiple interviews, multiple several rounds of interviews. But these dumbass people come out with a story like, but they're holding out a coach who's still currently under contract with another team, man. It just totally makes no sense. No sense at all. It's a fake, dumb rumor. And unfortunately, I guess it's just something that we're going to have to put up with, the remainder of this off season. Like I said, the stories are coming in kind of slow. We got two boring conference finals. Um, the Mavs are getting the hell beat out of them, and Miami and Boston, neither one of them know what they're doing. They're both trying to search how to win and how to be good playoff teams. So looks like Boston is going to go ahead and take that, but you never know, man. Boston could very easily win. Excuse me, Miami could very easily win two in a row. All they got to do is get hot and the heat get cold, and we've seen examples of both of those scenarios, and then we've seen examples of that scenario reversed in this series. So that's why I say it could go either way. Even though Boston is up, like I said, Miami could very easily win two in a row. So uh, to me, they're lackluster, boring conference finals. But anyway, I just want to jump on, man. It was a little bit of clickbait with the title and everything. Guys are really reaching, man. They're really reaching with these stories. They're trying to come up, just trying to think of anything to grab the headlines, to grab clicks. And I've never seen a situation where the Lakers have been looking for a coach, actively conducting interviews, but yet the media still wants to come out with stories talking about, even though they're in the middle of interviews, the Lakers are still want to hold out for a coach who's under contract. That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And then on top of that, you know what's even worse than this stupid ass story? That dumbass story about Jawan Howard and everybody in the I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. People in the national media actually making this a big deal, actually commenting on this story, and then to turn around and say, making a big deal out of Jawan Howard declining to take an interview with the Lakers. It'd be one thing if he was, didn't have a job, hadn't been in the league in years, or whatever the case, but it'd be one thing if the man didn't have a job and was hungry and ready to jump into something. But the fact of the matter is, he has a great job at his alma mater. He's coaching two of his sons. What more can a man ask for? But these dumb asses, dickheads in the media find some kind of way to make it of a story and turn it around and make it a dig on the Lakers, like it's some big fucking deal that he turned down the interview with the Lakers and try to play it like, oh, the Lakers are so terrible. They're in such disarray. Not even Jawan Howard wants to coach them. That is such bullshit. That is just such bullshit. But that's what the media does. Like I said, it's a slow time. They want clicks, they want views. So they're gonna do what they gotta do, man. But it's just utterly ridiculous, Laker fans. But at the same time, I guess we should be used to it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about it in the comment below. I personally think Darvin Ham will be announced as the Laker coach within the next 7 days. I already got the thumbnail ready. I got about the video. I'll have the video locked and loaded and ready. As soon as the news drops, we'll probably go live. Just depending on where I'm at, what I'm doing. But it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous that all this stuff about the Lakers coaching. I think my personal opinion is they want to go with Ham. They're familiar with him. Of course, he's worked for them before. It's nationally known. Uh, Ham is looked at as one of the top assistants in the league, and that he deserves a head coaching gig. And I think this one will be his. They'll have to iron out the contract and all that kind of stuff. Um, some people are going to look at that is, this is just a young coach that the Lakers are going to use as a puppet and all that kind of stuff, man. Darvin Ham is not that kind of guy. From everything that I keep hearing, He's not that kind of guy who is just gonna be a yes man. That's what I keep hearing. I don't know anything about him personally, but this stuff that keeps coming up now is no, he's not just a yes man. He's a very well versed and skilled coach, and somebody who commands respect and who's able to command the locker room. And I think more so that is what is attracting him to the Lakers more than anything else, and not definitely just a coach that they want to run. No, the Lakers, they see the kind of success uh, a team like the Boston Celtics are having with their young coach, and he's a first time head coach. And so this is a copycat league. And so the Lakers, yeah, I think they're kind of looking for the same thing. And plus, we've already seen them do this before. You see a young, hot assistant coach or interim head coach. You guys remember what happened with Luke Walton? He was a former Laker. He was assistant on the Warriors when they won all those games. When the coach was out, and the Lakers went and grabbed him. Um, so they do kind of have a history of doing this, man. So I don't think it's a situation of them getting somebody who they can control. I just believe this is the direction they want to move in. But anyway, those are my thoughts. You guys tell me what you think about it in comments below. Anyway, it's your boy, AC, LA Sports Live. I will wrap with y'all later.